Welcome to Peace TV, positive events in arts, culture, and education television. I'm your host, Marie. Peace TV is here to inspire you and to educate you on the positive things that are happening in your community. So if you're a young person who wants to see some positive changes in your community, we're going to challenge you to represent and do something about it. Today we're talking about a very serious situation going on in our community, and that's gangs. Our young leaders had a big discussion on how can we reach out to young people, get them out of the gangs, pull them out, and get them on a positive path. And tonight we were at a community forum headed by Lester Sanders, who is the new gang task force coordinator for the prosecutor's office, who's doing tremendous things and has been a longtime partner of Peace TV. But tonight there was a gang member who's been there and done it, Lyfel Jackson, and also a wonderful speaker, Mr. David Miller. So keep it locked. Last week, you guys told me that people were joining gangs because it was a status symbol. What's up with that?
It's all people joining gangs basically so they can get their reps up. That's all it is. Like, basically they trying to create a reputation of a monster when in reality you was raised better than that and you making yourself look dumb. And then it's impressing some of the other people, so then when they see that the person's reputation is, because the people who are impressed by it, they see their reputation coming up, so then I bring groupies that want to join, and I bring bring a lot of people that want to come and join in with the gangs, and I call them groupies because like it don't gotta be girls, but groupies because like they on the gang's team, like, oh, this guy got this, now I'm about to go try to get this. You know, it's all about trying to get even with each other, trying to be better than everybody, but in reality you can't.
This is something that I realized as a teacher's assistant at an alternative school, where there were a lot of students that were selling drugs so that they could pay their parents' bills, because their parents were not putting food on the table, were not able to keep the phone on, were not able to keep the light on, were not able to keep the water on. And these kids said, all right, I got to step up, I got to do what I got to do, because I got to feed my little brothers and sisters. Right. I got to keep the water running so I can take a shower, and I got to, make sure that everything is okay, because otherwise I can't make this quick amount of money in a short amount of time working this other job. And that's a very important point. I mean, if these young people or these families are not able to provide for themselves, then what other option do they have?
So can we tell the adults, step it up?
That's what that goes back to what I was talking about last week.
Right. Step your game up. Adults need to get on their game and learn and say, I mean, if an adult had it bad, in some ways I think that they think that everything's going to be bad. And maybe it's really the adults who really need to get things together, because if you're irresponsible and your kid has to pay for your bills, that there's something wrong.
Things going on at home, you still have your own intuition. You can do whatever you want to do.
Right.
You shouldn't let nobody else, what your parents are doing, anything affect what you're doing. You have your own destiny. You control your own destiny.
Us telling these cats, we the people standing outside, they not seeing nothing else. That's, you know what I'm saying? They only see this immediate area. They see, I see the drugs, I see the money.
Right now.
They don't see everything else.
The big picture.
They stand in a crowd full of other people that think like them, and they're not trying to move out of that crowd. And the people who are, they crowded, so they bumping into other people on their way out. So they have to run into these people. They have to deal with this for a while, you know what I'm saying? And for the most part, like when gangs do come up, you hear more about the gangs quicker than you will hear about somebody doing something successful. That's just how it is.
So if our people cannot see the forest for the trees, and if they can't look at the big picture and say, all right, let me not join the gang, because if I join the gang, then I'm probably going to either end up in jail or dead, or I'm probably not going to live out my dream to the fullest. I'm probably not going to really have a strong family. If they can't look at the big picture, then how do you get them out? Then it is impossible then, right? Or what? How?
They need help.
You can't help those who don't want to help. But nothing, you can't say anything is impossible. Nothing is impossible.
About it.
Say that again.
You just can't sit and talk about it and not do nothing about it.
If we get out there and talk to them, then we gonna say one person, and if we say one person, whoever was down the most with that person, then he gonna say that person. It's just gonna keep building up, and then it's just gonna follow through.
Exactly.
Because I can name 30 people.
It takes us. It takes hard work to get out there.
That I actually got love for. Like I can really say that because most of them is family. Like it's people that I see out there that I really got love for, and they'll listen to you because they want to hear that. Some of them do, some of them don't, but a lot of them want somebody that they can talk to, and they be like, man, you keep it
just don't know how.
Scared. Real. They just don't know how to change because they like, okay, well, they ask you like, what is you doing different? And then that's when you be like, well,
what it is they scared to change.
I heard somebody say people don't know what it's like to have not have a mom and not have people don't know how to get school clothes and school come around and stuff like that. Like I heard somebody say like it's hard for me or whatever, and like people don't understand what that's like to have somebody not be there when school come around to get school clothes, so I gotta hustle and this and that. But really, I understand everything that this person has went through. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a mom, I don't have a father figure, and when school time come around, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna get my gear this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not hustling for it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people, they don't see that there's other people that struggle how they do, because the people who struggle how they do ain't where they at. They somewhere else living life kind of the positive way, trying to get it how they can get it. And they figure like, well, who out here trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't see me how I hustle a different way to get what I get or to get where I'm at. But they hustle how they hustle, so they not seeing your hustle. They only see theirs, and so they figure nobody else feels like I feel. And really, it's a lot of people who feel like you feel and been through what you've been through. Right. They just don't know that. And we gotta let them know that.
We know that the gang thing is a popularity thing. We know that it's a status thing. We understand that there's a lot of hurt people out here that are hurting other people. And we know that we need to not be judgmental in coming at our friends, and because many of you know who they are. You know the ones who are being jumped. You know the ones who are being who are in the gangs, who are hustling out here. But we have to love them out of this, and we have to show them what the big picture is. But we also have to provide them with an alternative to what they're doing in the streets.
To the adults, y'all, this is probably the boldest, brightest generation of young people that we've ever produced. These are the young people that many of our ancestors and many of the elders in the village have prayed for, because, y'all, this is a generation, again, that's bold, that's fearless, that's not willing to compromise, that is extremely intelligent, that is extremely creative. And I think oftentimes as adults, we get it twisted. We think something is wrong with this generation of young people. I'm here to tell y'all, it's never wrong with the young people in Stark County. It's something wrong with us as adults.
I am here with an awesome young man who was about to get a standing ovation but went straight to questions. His name is David Miller, and you're from the Urban Leadership Institute.
I'm a co-owner of the Urban Leadership Institute. I was a school teacher in Baltimore, and I woke up one morning and I quit my job because I was so disappointed in the fact that in Baltimore, like many cities, a black male child can go to school for 12 years and get 4 years of education. So I woke up one morning and I decided I was going to quit my job, and I started a company. We own 3 companies: Urban Leadership Institute, Hotep Press, which is a part of our publication company where we actually produce